Am I the asshole for letting a kid go home with his actual parent? I was asked last minute to give a ride to a child on my son's soccer team by my wife and the child's mother, Dana. She is a single mom who's friends with my wife, and they have a weekly ride-sharing system that works for her and my wife. Since my wife is out of town, I agreed with no issue to take the kid to the game. In the past, when I've taken him, he's gotten picked up back at our house after the game or practice by Dana. This time at the game, Dana's ex, Jay, arrived toward the end. I know him from their time together, and while I've heard terrible things about him through my wife, most of it is relationship stuff between them, and I've never had an issue personally with him. Dana's mother was having a casual convo with him, which I interrupted to ask if Jay was taking the kid home. He said yes. The grandmother didn't object, she just asked me to tell her daughter that her phone battery had died. When I get home, my wife is irate, saying I left the child with an abuser and how could I allow him to take the kid. She said I was irresponsible and was potentially putting the kid in danger or allowing him to be kidnapped. I think at most this is a misunderstanding, but my wife says I am in the wrong. Am I the asshole for not being more aware of the ride arrangements and plan for the child getting home? Edit. I'm not a fan of his after their divorce, but they do have their own custodial arrangements. Based on what's been shared with me, he hasn't been accused of any abuse toward the kids. The only times I have seen him since their divorce is when it was his time with the kids. The child could have went home with his grandmother, whom he lives with. I left him with both of them. Update, I messaged Dana and asked if I messed up. She said no, everything was fine, and his dad just came to say hi. The child went home with his grandmother.